Welcome to Food Talk for Health. Here is your host, Tonia King.
My guest today is Teri Lynn, resident health coach at Human Consciousness Support, a certified holistic health consultant.
Thank you very much for having me.
How do you incorporate a holistic lifestyle into the program that you're working on?
Let's define holistic, a whole system, right? And so program is heavily geared around detoxification of the body. And so we have insidious poisons coming at us from all angles right now, and they're very unique, actually, toxins and poisons. And so the company that I'm with primarily has a flagship product that is geared towards those specific toxins. So when we're talking about holistic health and healing is really what it is that's just one piece to it. And so we have to take into consideration not just one piece like a physical detoxification. We have to think about nutrition. And I look at it as a model of mind-body nutrition. So those three aspects are going to be included in anything that we do or look at.
So do you develop a program for your clients?
Protocol is pretty simple. We have the formula that is pretty much an all-in-one. It's a detoxification natural chelator in a base of 100% bioavailable natural minerals. And sometimes people need supports beyond that. And, people are coming to the table with totally different. We're all unique, they're what they've had in their life, what they're coming to the table with is totally different. So, but we keep it pretty basic over there. The program really is based around, hey, let's get you back to what the body's designed to have and do and receive, and let's see where you're at after that. And so we live in a human zoo. We have to try to mimic what our bodies are naturally meant to have in the environments and nutrition-wise and all of that. And you know what? For a lot of people, that's enough. That's enough energy and time to just kind of adjust their lifestyle to where their body is getting the minimal base circumstances and nutrition too. Yeah, well, honestly, a lot of our customers that are starting to use MasterPeace, they're doing it proactively because the poisons that are coming in at all levels is becoming more and more known. And so people are yes, many people are not feeling well for sure. Some people think they're feeling great and they realize, oh, I actually feel better after this. I didn't realize how I was low level, not feeling great. But yeah, so the ones that come to us that aren't feeling well, what I like to say is, you want to change one thing at a time. You want to make complete choices. You don't want to just start doing one protocol when it's imbalanced. So if you start from a balanced point of view, but you want to just do this slowly so that your body can adjust to the healing, because, it's well known in the detox space that the body sometimes goes through these periods where it's uncomfortable, and you're going to be uncomfortable. And what we want is we want a life that's vibrant, and you want to be able to function optimally. And so sometimes this process can be slow. So the protocol, though, you're saying protocol, well, we never really called it that, but the supplement itself, the nutraceutical, I guess we're calling it, over at Human Conscious Support, is an all-in-one. And there are definitely wise choices you can make alongside that, but it just depends on the individual.
So what is included in the supplement?
MasterPeace is the actual product. So the product has 2 all-natural ingredients. That's it. It has a nano-sized, and this is a patented process too, a nano-sized zeolite, the best zeolite we can find. It goes through a process to where we have a very unique end product of the actual zeolite, the nano-zeolite sized. It's a broader particle range than anyone else actually has. And the magic also comes in with the base of the formula. It's in a sea plasma, our formula has right now. So it's chock full of minerals. Oftentimes what you'll find in these types of formulas is if you're not putting the zeolite, the nano-zeolite, in a base of minerals, it's not really going to work that great. The body also needs to exchange poisons for minerals on the spot is better. And so we have that right in the formula. That's why I say it's kind of an all-in-one. And so from there, we triple structure it. We do all kinds of, we do some, it's a proprietary method as of right now, but it comes down to 2 ingredients that are treated very special and come out to a formula that is never been done or seen before. It has a perfect pH, which your body loves. It has a very optimal electrical charge. We're electrical beings. And so your body is going to accept that formula right inside your mouth. It doesn't even hit the stomach, and it's going to go right into the interstitial fluid, where that's 80% of your fluid, by the way. And so that's where you want to have things pick up toxins in the bloodstream too, of course. So I don't know if that answered your question, but that is the actual formula. The company is called Human Consciousness Support, and our flagship product is called MasterPeace.
How do people find out about you? How do they find out about MasterPeace? And how do they know when they need it?
We feel like everybody needs it because we're all being sprayed with all kinds of provably sprayed with nano-sized metals and other toxins. It's in our food, it's in our water, it's proven. It's not something that someone can try to say it doesn't happen anymore. I'm not sure your audience specifically, but so even animals, like everybody is exposed to these things. You can't get away from it. We can't live in a bubble.
It's so true. Yeah.
Where you can find out about it is we have a pretty robust website at MasterPeace, and peace is spelled like the peace sign. So MasterPeace by HCS.com. And it's pretty straightforward website. They can watch videos, look at some of our studies that we've done, which are really groundbreaking, by the way. We've proven that the formula does do what we say it does.
Well, that's pretty good because many times you think about supplements, unless they're third-party tested, sometimes you don't know if you're getting what's really in there.
Yeah, and we don't roll like that. And so we've had our product looked at by a number of experts, two notably very, very high-level experts that have helped the process, the proprietary process, end up with a really unique product. And also just the testing, we do rigorous testing on purity as well. So the tests that we've done, the clinical studies that we've done, we're in our third one now. We've had great results. There's not a lot of companies that will test their end product. There's been, definitely some, and those are the ones that shine through. And we want it to be that or more. And so we're putting a lot of our profits into these studies because we want to not only prove that MasterPeace does what we say and it does what it's purported to do, but also to help people along their journey of detoxification. So testing is a great thing. It's not everything, but it's a great thing to have some of those objective results so you can see and then compare it to how you feel. And we want people to, everyone's different. We want people to be able to have that tool, those tools in their toolkit.
So tell me, is there a time frame or an amount that you need to make sure to take in order to see results?
That's a great question. So you're not going to believe this probably, but the first study that we did, which we used 3 different forms of testing, really high level. And unfortunately, we can't get that one test that we did again, as of right now anyway. But we showed provably that within the first bottle, which was, we tested at the 35-day mark, which is usually unheard of. You usually wait 90 days, that we got a 50% reduction approximately, sometimes a lot more than that, with the elements that we tested. And we tested a bunch. I think it was originally 4, and then we added a bunch more up to I think 10 or 12. So
that's pretty amazing.
It is. The end result was 90 days. We stopped there, and we tested them twice in that 90 days, and we found that the trajectory was still down. Things were kind of up and down because we're being transfected every day. But yeah, it doesn't, it's possible that the body is harboring things at a deep, deep level, and those things are slowly going to come up. That's what I think makes sense, but the vast majority of what was available within someone's system that's probably causing them discomfort, you're talking a month.
A lot of times people don't think about detoxing to try to solve a health issue.
That's so true. That's so true. And it's so base level of an understanding that it comes down to 2 things. That's what I say a lot, is that health, holistic health equals getting the stuff out, that's not supposed to be there and putting the stuff in that does. People don't realize that sometimes just by getting, many times, just by getting the stuff out that's not supposed to be there, your body's like cheering and it knows what to do. We just have to get out of the way. And you can start putting in all the good stuff you want and just doing all these great things of putting things in. And that doesn't always get the stuff out optimally. And how about we start with that base level of understanding of, wait a minute, let me get out the stuff that's not supposed to be there, that's actually in the way. And then your body is magnificent. I promise you, it is going to heal itself. You don't need much else. It just needs to be what your body was designed to have.
Have you had customers that have gone through a bottle or two come back and give you their results?
Tons. So we've been out for almost 2 years, and you probably won't even believe the testimonials that we have, but it's true. So I'll just say it, a lot of these. So we've had dementia patients. We've had even some autistic children. We've had people that have a long history of diabetes. We've had thyroid issues. So those 4 that I mentioned just there, we've had great success. Really, we weren't expecting those particular things. It's just what people are coming back to us with. We've even had weird things like my eyesight got better. They're not putting it in their eyes, though you can. My hearing is better. It's just the body is healing on a holistic level,
Right.
range and mode,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it just starts to work better. Across the board, most times we're hearing people are sleeping better, and the dreaming is pretty crazy. And I believe that's because a lot of these elements, microplastics, forever chemicals, heavy metals, even graphene oxide, we've proven to get out, is affecting the central nervous system. And I think that's why some people, sometimes within their first day, they're saying, my dreams are just off. Now, it took me about a month, to be honest, but usually people are dreaming vividly and their sleep is better. That's got to have to do with the central nervous system. So when you're cleaning that stuff off, your body, and just all of a sudden you start to realize how you're supposed to feel.
All of it is like just an invisible killer, all these different things, the microplastics and the whatnot. Most people just don't realize all the environmental factors that can really make us feel awful.
So true. Because it seems normal to us, and also the way we feel, we either get used to it, it's a slow decline, or we've never really felt great. And so when you start feeling better, then you're like, wow, is this how everyone else is walking around? Is this how I'm supposed to feel? This is fantastic, and life just becomes more rosy, and you have more joy, and that's what it's really all about. That's what you want.
Yeah, but Teri Lynn, regular doctors will not sometimes bring this up. I think you have to just reach out to whether it's a functional medicine doctor, holistic practitioner, or whatever, that can think out of the box a little bit more. Wouldn't you agree?
Totally agree. The MDs are great at what they do. The allopathic community, they are there to handle acute situations like life and death. It's just that they're out of their lane. I respect them for what they do, but they do not have the training for nutrition and detoxification. They're compartmentalizing the body. And again, it's for good reason, but people have to understand that there's a limitation there, a big one. And they're going to these practitioners because they're touted. They're the only ones that are really available with insurance and all that too. There's a whole reason behind all this, but they're thinking that they're getting their health care, and that's not what they're doing. And so the ones that you mentioned are a step in the right direction, but really we want people to be their own doctors as much as they can be, because you are the only one that's going to know your body as well as, anyone else. It's you.
Now, MasterPeace is the name of the supplement. I mean, do you consider it a cleanse?
Kind of yes or no. Yes and no. I call it a detoxification support because I know a lot of people know what detox is, or they think they do. So I'm glad you brought that up, kind of. So it's bringing me into a whole nother area here. The liver is the only organ that will actually detox. And, people say I'm on a detox regimen. Well, you're on a cleansing regimen, and that's great, and that's what we want. So the detoxification support in MasterPeace is going to support your body so that the liver can do what it's designed to do, and that's command central is your liver. So is it a cleanse? Yes, I would call it more of a cleanse and a detoxification support. For a cleanse, you want to make sure you are supporting your elimination pathways. And this is crucial. And this is why I'm glad you brought that up. So your elimination pathways are what optimizes cleansing in your body. That's your respiration, urination, defecation. Did I mention perspiration and menstruation for women? These are the ways that things get out of your body. These are the systems that are designed to actually take that burden and do that. So whenever you're doing any kind of detoxification support or any kind of cleanse, this is what's going to be targeted. And sometimes it's specifically, hey, get your bowels moving. That's a cleanse in of itself, right?
Right.
And a lot of people, they're not, or going to sauna, so we can see that this is just, all you're doing is you're opening up your elimination pathways. How much more so would you need to do that when you're on a product that is going to up level your detoxification of your body, that chelating, which means just to grab things out, chelating of things that are not supposed to be there. So those two things go hand in hand when you're doing any kind of a addition to your routine that is meant to take things out. You want to make sure it's going to be able to get out.
Interesting. Yeah, really interesting. We're talking with Teri Lynn, resident health coach at Human Consciousness Support, the makers of MasterPeace. How do we find out more details on social media about this?
I would say go to our website first and foremost. We also have a Facebook page. We have Telegram group. We are on Instagram. Have all the socials. The biggest one is Substack right now too. So, but all that information you can find from our website. You can also, if you have any specific questions for me, I can be reached on the company email at TLYNN@masterpeace.hcs.com. If you want to just email us our customer service, it would be help@masterpeace.hcs.com. And that would be the best way to find out where we are and how to get linked up with us.
Sounds like a really interesting product and interesting company. I appreciate your time today, Teri Lynn.
Thank you so much for having me.
You've been listening to Food Talk for Health with Tonia King. Thanks for joining us. Eat well to be well.
We hope you'll subscribe to this podcast. Thanks for listening to Food Talk for Health.